Hey Pisces, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your Spirit Tarot forecast for June. Yes, I am updating the way I am explaining it, yeah. Um, I am no longer calling them Divination Forecast because it's pretty damn obvious at this point that I'm connected to Spirit since I'm so connected with my Spirit guides now, so I am calling it a Spirit Tarot forecast because that's what it damn well is. Yeah, and again, for those of you just joining us, no, my wink is not a tick. It's part of the way that my guide connects with me to confirm things. It's kind of like saying yes or correct, whatever. I mean, they connect with me through auto writing too by writing letters in my head. But yeah, so no, that's not a tick. That's just how it is. That said, I do personal readings. If you want one, hit the link below. Or if you want an awesome energy bracelet that I made myself, got them imported and all that cool stuff. So check it out. All right. Okay, give me 1 second because I'm trying to think of if there was anything else I needed to tell you. Okay, all right, we're going to get started. And again, this is for June. I know I'm going to be getting these up earlier. Okay, so first one, these are the overall trump cards before we get into our typical spread of this. It's Maitreya Wisdom of the Ages. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Next one is Elohim Pathways of Light. Okay, and this is kind of important because I was kind of already getting this energy on my own too. But these are both of your trump cards for June. This is showing me big shifts because, yeah, Wisdom of the Ages has to do with higher guidance, bigger guidance, and like seeing it tied kind of with the concept of Elohim Pathways of Light is showing me the concept of like guidance towards a path that I think you're being motivated by higher force. But here we go. Okay, Maitreya Wisdom of Ages. Elohim Pathways of Light. Like, I know that for myself, it's going to be in the next few months really big changes, I think, or at least that's what's going to be happening. I think Pisces is going to be seeing some of the options, I think, of these changes, but give me a second. Ages is showing me the concept of time as far as, I think, like entering a new period or a new phase. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Moving forward. All right. Energy surrounding you for this month, and I knew we were going to see this. Yes, okay, cool. I totally and utterly knew we were going to see this card from this deck, because the whole... Okay, I've been talking about this since friggin' April. No, since February. Sorry about that. Since February I've been talking about this, which was that whole big spiritual shift and how Pisces kind of has the primary stockholder of spiritual gifts. Here we go. Pretty big deal, guys. And this is falling right into what I was already seeing, but this is the core of it. This is why. We've got the Empress, and in this version, she's very harvest-oriented. So it has to do with things that you're harvesting, claiming, etc. This is the one I knew I was going to see 100%. It's the Devil from this deck. This one represents power beyond comprehension. So again, the whole spiritual shift thing has been affecting a lot of people, even if you're not a spiritual person with really intense experiences. Sometimes they were crises, sometimes they were emotional upheavals and stuff like that. Now we're really entering a time where it's like we're supposed to be expanding, and not just expanding, but again, with this stuff, it's about cultivating your higher gifts, your special gifts, because again, Pisces is primary stockholder for intuitive abilities, and I mean, that doesn't mean you have to be a Pisces sun to have them. I mean, even if you have like one planet or ascendant in Pisces, you probably have some greater ease in expressing or perceiving your intuitive abilities than others, or if you're a water, have any water in your chart. That just tends to be the way it is. It's just like easier for water signs to use their intuition, or people who have water in their chart, than it might be for another person. But with Wisdom of Ages, it's kind of showing me, I think, hold on. Okay, it's showing me that age that's, approaching, and I've been saying this like a million times in other videos, that I think it's the next 2 decades in particular, yeah. That are going to be requiring this level of skill, and really, it's about a more public perception of these skills as they become more readily known to other people. Because again, right now this is considered a niche thing. Like, only some small minority of people have or believe this or something. But it's like, it's going to be, expanding. Because they're showing me the light in Elohim and the pathways that are coming out of it. It's expanding. Okay, give me a second. All right, energy we're bringing. Bam. And it's so funny, they gave me this one personally a little while ago. Angel Song Lost and Found, and they love to do this. They love to throw the energy at the word found. So again, it's about tapping deeper and further into, sorry about the glare, guys, these are very glossy cards. Tapping a lot deeper into those special gifts that you naturally have an easier time pursuing, possessing, and tapping into. Because again, you'd be surprised how many people have difficulty with that, even with, Pisces in their chart. So I really do think at this stage, and this has been coming on a lot for you guys, because I know in February, this was the highlight, because it was about the, like, glitter of light before the sun rises on the horizon. I think this is more about, like, big realization of actually being able to use these constructively, yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Anything else? Okay, they actually want me to turn reaping now. This is a new thing too. We go out of sequence now. Yep, figured I'd see that card too. All right. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Wait, hold on. I just want to ask them this one thing, because it's been a while since I've used these runes. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was auto-writing, if you couldn't see my head slightly moving, because it's like the pen moving in my head. Anyhow, I just wanted to make sure how they wanted me to interpret this rune, and they actually wanted me to interpret it both ways. This is paired with Guardian, so here we go. Guardian, in this case, they want me to interpret this one as if it were both upside down and right side up. So it would be take light in, give light out. Okay, paired with Guardian. And then here we go. This is another one that I knew I was going to see. It's the Death card from this stack, yeah. And this has to do with, the inevitable transformations that must happen. And in this case, I really do think it has to do with... Hold on 1 second. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, the inevitable transformations that we need to make as a world, too. But again, Pisces just gets, like, the sneak preview compared to other people because you're at the forefront of that particular energy. And again, when I say Pisces, it doesn't just mean Pisces sun. God, I wish I just had a little disclaimer at the bottom that's like, view your whole chart. Because, people consider astrology very narrow because they think it's only a certain set of people within a certain month that share all the same traits, but that's not the way it works. Like, there's a whole solar system that's attributed to different signs and symbols for your own birth chart. Anyhow, but yeah, with the Death card, it's showing me the idea of that inevitable transformation that has to occur. And again, it has to do with the new age we're going to be entering, your path that's going to be related to it, even in small ways, because it doesn't have to be your entire life. It could just be a side kind of... It's like you're gaining another tool for your toolbox, and it's just a very valuable tool, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, going into some other stuff. All right, next one is reflection. Okay, all right. Next set with reflection is the Hermit and the Sun. Right now with the Hermit, they're focusing on the actual searchlight, and it's like that bright illumination. And that's why they wanted me to focus on the Sun too. Okay, so this is actually becoming really important for this month for Pisces for June. The whole take light in, give light out thing is really, really imperative for you. And it's funny, but there are certain months that I always kind of get this message for one sign, or It's not every month, but I know when I get this type of message how important it is for me to push it to you. That means that it's going to be an important month for you to be in a good mental emotional state, that you want to be, you know, a light for yourself and a light for other people. That means you need to do things that make you feel good, be connected to things that make you feel good, and share that with other people, make them feel good, okay? Because it's really important. Yeah, okay, very, very important now because they're bringing in this card. And again, don't get caught up by the titles of cards. It drives me nuts. Okay, guys? And this is just a little me getting on my soapbox. But some people go, the devil, that's a bad card, whatever. Like, and try and override my interpretation. I have spirit guides. Cards are just a canvas for the message, yeah. And, like, for me, since I use multiple decks, the devil card means something different in every single deck. In this particular deck, with the USSR deck, it means power beyond comprehension, or you know, one's own perception or conception. There we go. So, like, don't get so... This is just a lesson for anybody who listens to tarot forecasts or studies tarot. Do not get so caught up by the archetype, because true connection to spirit and true perception of the greater picture comes from that openness of knowing that the cards are a canvas. This is paper. Like, I could bend it in half and they wouldn't care at all. Yeah, like, they wouldn't give a shit. I'm sorry, but it's true, and people need to hear this. I wish I could do this in every video, but the cards are just cards to them. Like, some people get really superstitious and freaked out if they drop cards, or if the card flips over prematurely, you know, or someone were to touch them. The cards are just a canvas, guys. They're just a tool. They're just a piece of paper that has a number of very successful symbols that have worked for, like, you know, what, centuries? I don't know. That help, you know, spirit give us messages through archetypes. But that's all they are, okay? But again, that them bringing that back with that take light in, give light out, has to do with that your ability to manifest energy and your ability to use energy constructively is directly tied to your own mental emotional state. Okay, and I kind of knew this pretty directly too, yeah. That when you're in a bad state, your energy goes haywire, basically. And it's not that if you just get somewhat insecure, it rattles you, but it's like when you get super paranoid, it just sends your energy into a tailspin. Okay, yeah. So it's really important to keep yourself in a good state, keep yourself in a good mood, in a good mindset too. Because I've had to learn this very recently too, that my constant thought patterns is another lesson for you if you'd like it. Constant thought patterns were becoming very distracting because I wasn't used to having other people in my head. So it's like every time I would have a thought or question, my guide would want to answer it for me, yeah. And I had to kind of get used to taking myself back from that mentality, which was always draining in the first place. But I never realized how much until I was more connected. And again, you guys are getting more connected whether you realize it or not, okay? The shift happens to different people at different times. But once it happens, you're more sensitive to energy. You excrete energy in a different kind of way too. I know, it's kind of a graphic word, but that's kind of the point. Because they're showing me it's very important for you to realize that you are radiating energy in a more obvious way than other people too, in which case then you want to bring in that balance, okay? And remember to be sending out energy that's really bright and positive, and keeping energy inside of you that's bright and positive, because now you're entering an area where you're going to be cultivating energy and, you know, moving on to intuitive gifts, depending on your pursuit and your natural ability to connect. Because again, like, I wasn't expecting for myself to connect as quickly and as rapidly as I am. Like, it's been, you know, just, it hasn't even been a full year yet, and my abilities have, like, expanded super, super fast. That might be happening for other people too, okay? Maybe not as fast as me. I think I'm kind of on the fast track here, yeah? But, but it is happening, okay? And, oh, they wanted me to focus on light, and it's funny because the first time they did that with the card, and I really didn't pay full attention because they had to show me the reaping cards to give me the full-fledged kind of idea of it, but the light thing's really important for June. And I think it's not going to be so hard for you, I don't think. Yeah, they're focusing on Guardian, so it's not going to be so hard for you to do this. But just notice the importance of it, because this month really, it seems like one of the most important things for you is being comfortable moving into this new energy. We've been moving into it. It's getting a lot easier. But I feel like for Pisces in particular, you're going to be perceiving a lot more. It's kind of like you're realizing just how much things have changed. Yeah. And that changes everything. Like, then you start to really think about, okay, where am I now in my life? Where do I want to go in my life? Where am I being called to? And all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're showing me the pathway word now, specifically. So those evaluations will be coming too. And again, don't forget, because the death card is here too, which means certain things that might be over, like you'll see are over, and certain things that need to start happening or are ready to blossom. It's kind of like that butterfly from the cocoon, chrysalis kind of energy. That's the whole idea here. With yeah, because when they show me wisdom of ages, the idea is we really are entering into new energy, new era, etc. So this is a very changey. It's a changey era, but it's a changey month as far as you being able to see how internally things have changed. And they're bringing this back again. Energetically, how things have changed, okay? Yeah. Energetically, because they're showing me, like, the energy and then placed it into my hand. So it really does have to do, too, with how you're going to be perceiving energy, using energy, partaking of energy. Because energy is also very communal, okay? So, like, even inadvertently, you are partaking of energy all the time. It's kind of the same idea of we breathe the same air, or, like, if you're in a particular industrial place, you might be even breathing the same pollution. It's that same exact concept. Because negative energy, can affect your body and your mind, too. Even if you can't, like, see it, but you can feel it. That stuff is starting to happen now too, so it's kind of important to be mindful of the energy that you're holding and also the energy that you're putting out. So both inside your body and outside your body. Okay, cool. Action. Okay, and synchrotron, infinite possibility. So here we go, and this is kind of already what I was talking about, but it's like when you're not mindful of your own energy, it can manifest in any number of ways. So I really do think you need to be mindful of your energy. Okay, and they keep showing me Guardian, so know that this is no reason to be freaked out. And I wish I could have had somebody literally tell me that when I was going through my ascension, but there's no reason to be freaked out. And I mean, hello, like, we all have spirit guides that we're, like, completely naive of until, like, until you're literally able to feel them coming and going and telling you stuff. But with that infinite possibility, I'm thinking that's tied to the death card too, as far as where you're headed and where you think you're going or are supposed to be going, and if that's shifting or changing. Being open, okay, I think is also important. Because, okay, they're throwing actually the energy at the word infinite. So I'm thinking it has to do with more the more wide sweeping possibilities of what you can be and what the world is becoming, yeah. Okay. All right. So that said, they're happy with that. So I know there was a lot to take in there, but I think June's going to be a good month, but it's like, just keep in mind that you're expanding, and you're probably expanding faster than other people are. Or at least, like, because in fairness, some of the people who have Pisces in their chart and don't even know it are going to be feeling things too. But just know when you're feeling more sensitivity to that energy, that you're keeping yourself well grounded. Just breathe in, breathe out, and know that also that you don't have to feel insecure because, this is because you can be aware that this is happening. But remember, you're cultivating more of this. in June, whether you realize it or not, even if it's just your ability to perceive energy is increasing. Okay, so find comfort in that, yeah, and know that you're given protection all the time, whether you realize it or not, because everybody's got their guides. So whether you realize it or not, they are giving you, protection. Because I know that's another thing that people get really scared of too, and at times even I was. But that's just a part of the package, okay, guys? All right. That said, I do personal readings. If you want one, hit the link below. Hope you do, and hope you have an awesome June. Okay, guys? I'll see you later.